Shock material is just dumb. Like the Tony Hinchcliffes, and I'll say it, because that bitch-ass bitch.
Leslie Jones has recently made waves for calling out what she sees as the ugly side of modern stand-up, the culture of cruelty disguised as comedy. In a recent podcast appearance, she singled out Tony Hinchcliffe and the kind of roast-heavy, mean-spirited humor often found in the so-called Rogansphere. Her argument wasn't that comedians should stop being edgy or that jokes can't offend. It was that some corners of the comedy world seem to have confused humiliation with humor, cruelty with cleverness, and meanness with mastery.
What's something that people think is comedy that you think is not comedy?
Oh, shock humor. I hate shock humor. I hate people to say things because they want to shock you into laughter. That's not funny, and it never lasts. It never lasts. Be creative and write real material. Shock material is just dumb. Like the Tony Hinchcliffes, and I'll say it, because fuck that bitch-ass bitch. Your fucking mustache make you look like a Puerto Rican porn star. Go fuck yourself, you little antsy bitch. And go get your herpes taken care of. Sorry.
It's okay.
You can cut that out.
No, I think we'll probably get
Yeah, because it just, those comics, I don't like those. I don't like, because it's not comedy. It's mean. You know what I mean? It's mean. It's mean stuff. Comedy's not supposed to be mean. Comedy's supposed to be relieving. You know what I'm saying? Even when Don Rickles in his hardest day was funny as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, just you know, go to therapy. Like, that's every time I see them comics perform, I'll be like, go to fucking therapy, motherfucker. Like, you need help. I mean, you know, for real. Like, it's a difference between take my wife, please, and then fuck my wife, please. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. Then he's like gonna have you cut so much out.
Hinchcliffe's style, typified by his show Kill Tony, thrives on sharp insults, public embarrassment, and a gladiatorial energy where comics are torn apart in front of an audience that cheers the carnage. In that arena, pain is punchline and shame is sport. Jones, by contrast, believes comedy should lift the room, that laughter, even when it stings, should ultimately relieve something, not deepen it. She argues that when comedians and audiences start celebrating meanness for its own sake, the art form stops being rebellion and becomes bullying with better lighting. Her critique isn't about political correctness or softness, it's about power. When the target of the joke has less power than the person with the microphone, the exchange stops feeling like equal combat. A roast can be sharp, but it shouldn't be designed to humiliate the vulnerable or amplify cruelty for sport. That perspective found a striking real-world echo in 2023 when fellow SNL comedian Punky Johnson appeared on Kill Tony. Johnson, known for her self-assured delivery and down-to-earth humor, joined the show expecting spirited banter and camaraderie among comics. What she encountered instead, by her account, was a barrage of jokes that crossed the line from teasing to disrespect.
This fucking thing.
I do have one thing to say. It's all about the respect of the craft and the art. These are two people you need to know. So backing up saying, who the fuck are you?
I do it to everyone. So maybe I need to stop.
Yeah.
But I never go to store. I'm kidding.
William Montgomery.
Audience members noticed her discomfort growing throughout the segment, the laughter thinning, her expression hardening, until she eventually left the set dissatisfied and visibly agitated. Johnson's reaction captures exactly what Jones has been warning about. When comedy's energy shifts from playful to predatory, the laughs curdle. The fun stops being mutual and starts feeling like a feeding frenzy. Johnson's frustration wasn't just about a few rude jokes, it reflected a deeper imbalance in the culture itself. Too often, comedians justify cruelty as keeping it real, but that defense rings hollow when the realness consistently punches in one direction. The Kill Tony incident showed how the line between risk and ridicule can disappear when the crowd cheers hardest for humiliation. Both Jones and Johnson have navigated spaces where being funny has always been intertwined with being tough. Yet both seem to be asking a simple question: tough for whom and at whose expense? When Jones calls out mean-spirited comedy, she's not calling for gentleness so much as fairness. She's challenging the idea that roasting and cruelty are the same thing, that mockery equals courage. This stance becomes even more interesting when placed next to Jones's recent appearance on The Late Show, where she tore into Donald Trump and conservative figures for their stance on race, history, and anti-woke politics.
What's up? I am Leslie Jones, and I am here to give you some straight talk about something that other people are too scared to talk about. Racism. Buckle up, bitches, because I'm not scared.
President Trump is escalating his war against what he calls the last remaining segment of woke, accusing the Smithsonian of being out of control, where everything discussed is how horrible our country is, how bad slavery was.
Oh, are we hurting your little feelings, you bitch?
It was fiery, political, and confrontational, but with a clear moral purpose. She used her platform to call out hypocrisy and historical denialism, arguing that discomfort about racism isn't proof that progress has gone too far, but that it hasn't gone far enough. Her punchlines were laced with outrage, but unlike the roasters she criticizes, her fury was directed upward, toward systems and power, not toward easy targets. In a sense, Jones is still roasting, just on a grander stage. The difference lies in direction and intention. She's mocking the powerful, not the powerless. Her comedy is advocacy by way of exasperation. She doesn't want to cancel her peers, she wants to reframe what comedy is supposed to do. To her, laughter should reveal truth, not erase empathy.
Slavery was bad!
The irony, of course, is that both sides of this debate, the Hinchcliffe defenders and the Jones supporters, claim to protect the same thing, comedy's freedom. One side sees that freedom as the right to say anything without consequence. The other sees it as the freedom to speak truth with conscience. Comedy has always been a risky art form, a balancing act between rebellion and cruelty. The tension between those poles is where some of the best work happens, and also where some of the ugliest does. What makes Jones's critique refreshing is that it doesn't come from outside the scene. She's a veteran comic who knows the grind, the bombs, the hecklers, the long nights when laughter feels like survival.
Like, I put it like this, like, I don't let men go, do not fucking bring me up with no, y'all ready for a female, because I would fucking destroy you if I get on stage. Because it's just like saying, y'all ready for a female? Oh, you ready for a unicorn? Guys ready for a billy goat? Guys ready for an object that you've never seen before? Like, you don't do that with men. Hey, y'all ready for a man? Y'all ready for, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's so infuriating. Shit like that, when you say, hey, y'all ready for a female, you are setting the precedence of like, hey, a bitch about to come up here and talk about dick or talk about me. And it was like, so get ready.
Yeah.
You about to hear a bunch of complaining.
Her late-night takedown of Trump and the anti-woke crusaders shows the other half of her argument. Comedy can confront power, expose absurdity, and still make people laugh. It can sting without wounding, burn without scarring. She's not asking comedians to stop offending people. She's asking them to stop mistaking contempt for courage. The whole debate reveals a generational divide in comedy, between those who see cruelty as authenticity and those who see empathy as strength. The future of stand-up probably depends on how that tension resolves. The best comics have always known how to turn truth into laughter without turning people into targets. Jones and Johnson are arguing that it's time for more of that and less of the blood sport. In the end, Jones isn't trying to take the teeth out of comedy. She's asking it to bite smarter.